that you and your families are safe and well. This is the second of our video messages for parents and carers. Having had feedback from the first one, we're going to do a few more during this period of lockdown. This one is going to focus on what is happening next week, the first week of our virtual school. First of all, I'm just going to set out really the three aims behind our virtual school. What we want to do is to provide the children with a broad and balanced curriculum. We want to enable children to have good well-being during it, and obviously we want children, yourselves and families, and indeed our staff to be as safe as we possibly can during this time. Within that, what we're doing is applying what worked well during the national lockdown that started at the end of March last year, and also what we're looking to do is to improve on that. So, for example, we know that Mr. C's PE lessons were very successful and very popular last time, so we're doing those again, indeed making them better, refining them a little, but we're also using technology, whether it's to do video messages like this or our live lessons. Now, talking of our live lessons, just letting you know that we're going to be providing you with a timetable that will look something like this. You'll find there's a section for each day, and then it's colour coded for each part of the school. So that on there you can talk with your children and identify which lessons are theirs, and they are to attend at least one live lesson a day, please. This enables them to engage well with their teachers to see exactly how well they're learning and what they're doing, and to give them feedback, which is really important, isn't it, for children to know how well they're doing with their learning. So if you could look through that timetable, please, and identify when your children have their lessons, and then obviously when they do have their lessons, they can pop onto Microsoft Teams, click on the right tile with the member of staff's name, and you'll find the teacher is there. We're using the Join Now function rather than sending out invites on Teams because we think that's going to be easier for the children, and it also means that as staff, they don't have hundreds of invites to send out or to come back into their box and acknowledge. So we think that makes a lot of sense. Now, we know last time that some children struggled with having routine and structure, and therefore that got in the way of their learning. That's part of the idea behind that timetable. One of the benefits of having the live lessons is that hopefully children won't need quite so much support from parents and carers. So because obviously they'll be able to listen to their teachers and talk with their teachers, and even if they're watching the recorded lesson, what they will be able to do is to keep playing it again. So if they're stuck and maybe maybe their teacher has demonstrated something about addition, then actually they can keep looking at that demonstration from their teacher, keep listening to them and follow that as they complete their work on Purple Mash. So as well as that timetable, we've produced our rules really for our virtual school. Obviously we have rules in school, and so this is kind of making it the same for the children. So there's a bit of guidance really for yourselves and for them as to things that we know will help make our virtual school work well and help them to learn well. Also in that support, we're going to be sending home something called our Get Ready. So you can see on there that each letter for Get Ready stands for something, and really this is sort of a routine that the children can go to make sure that they have got ready for virtual school. We know from feedback from parents last time they wanted a bit of support with things like that, so we've produced our Get Ready structure, and you're going to have a couple of copies, one of which, like this one, will have days of the week on it, so that if you want to do smiley faces or ticks or some other kind of reward system for your children to help them get ready, then you are very welcome to do so. So as they've got ready, they'll have live lessons or recorded lessons which last between 10 and 30 minutes, and then they have the learning activity after that. So the lesson doesn't finish at the end of when the teacher has done the live session and the recording. Actually, it finishes when the children have done the activity. This ensures that children have the right kind of quality of education and the right balance between being in virtual school and relaxing and things at home. Now, talking about relaxing, many of the staff are not feeling very relaxed about Monday. You can imagine they're not actors. when they did their training. There was no training about how to run a virtual school and do lessons over the internet and to use all the technology that we're using. So there is, I have to say, some nervousness on behalf of staff about Monday. However, I'm sure that you'll have patience and understanding with them. Some I know are much more confident, and therefore technology is likely to work better and they're likely to be able to do more things with it. Others, for example, if I was teaching on Monday, I know I would pretty much have a laptop set up like I have now and a flip chart, and I would be working it that way. But I'm sure that both at home and in school will progress with the technology as we get to know it and we become more confident over time, the more and more we use it. Okay, I think that's probably all the information that you need to know for now. Obviously, we're sending home information and guides about Microsoft Teams and Purple Mesh. But if you do have any problems, please do email your child's teacher. We're going to make sure that you have the email addresses of every member of staff, a learning support assistant, high-level teaching assistant and teacher, so that you can contact them directly if you've got any questions or queries, either about the learning or about any issues with technology. I hope that's all nice and clear, and I look forward to Monday working very well.